everybody? All right, man. I made a video about a year ago. I deleted them all for some odd reason, and I want to redo one. My brother sent me a little article the other day about some lady who was arrested. This cop ran her plate, and she got arrested because of mistaken identity. Apparently, they thought she was some big-time drug dealer with a warrant out, and it wasn't her. They had the wrong person. But in the process, they threw this lady in jail for a couple of weeks, and she lost her job. She lost her kids. The DCFS, or demons that come from Satan, they came and got her kids. And this lady, once they found out she was innocent, no apology, no nothing. Oh, we're sorry, we just destroyed your life, but see you later. So they let her out because she was innocent. Lucky for her, because a lot of innocent people don't get that chance. I mean, this is how corrupt the system is. I'm going to point that out in a minute. So anyway, then she went to get her kids, and they wouldn't let her have them. Okay, the DCFS now, the state now says she has to prove that she's a fit mother to have her kids back. Can you imagine that? So now she's got to hire a lawyer. Now she's got to go through another maybe 1 year or 2 year of bullshit. Okay, she was already proven innocent, so all the DCFS had to do was, pull up the court records and say, okay, they falsely identified her. She never did anything wrong. Here's your kids back. Okay, but they don't do that, guys. They were going to keep her kids and make her go through another process, lengthy process, to prove that she's a fit mother to get her kids back. Now, does that sound like a horror story to you? And I'm here to tell you guys that the same thing happened to me. Okay, when I got thrown in jail and I had to go through 2 years of bullshit to prove my innocence. Okay, but this isn't just me and that lady. This is thousands of people out here that get dragged in to the wicked system that is ran in this world, especially in the United States. You guys think you live in the United States? You guys think this is a constitution that will protect you and you got rights and everything else? No, you're wrong. Okay, this system that's in place now takes the Constitution and they wipe their ass with it. Okay, literally. Okay, I'm here to tell you. Now, in my case, my daughter had a boyfriend down in Florida, had my granddaughter, my beautiful granddaughter, and she broke up with him because he was an idiot. Okay, she comes up here to live with me, and after a year or two, this guy refuses to pay child support. Anything. He wouldn't even give her a penny. He's a deadbeat demon dad is what he is, come to find out. So she took him to court, and the system actually did its job and made him pay child support. Well, this pisses him off, so he calls the DCFS, starts making up stories about child abuse, about this, about that. One thing after another. I got loose guns in my house. He started targeting me. Next thing I know, okay, so I got the DCFS over at my house every day or every other week or whatever it was, and I explained to them what was going on. You can see what this guy is doing. You only need a half a brain to understand this guy's lying to the state. He's lying to the DCFS. Why don't you do something about it? Okay? No, they don't do nothing about that. So finally, after all that goes down and gets thrown out because they know he's lying, he comes out and says I sexually molested my granddaughter. Well, lo and behold. So, and again, instead of the DCFS or the state or the authorities, all they have to do is gather the information that's already out there and realize that this guy's lying and that it never happened. They come and arrest me at work with a SWAT team, and the next thing I know, I'm in the same position that this lady with her license plate was in. I'm being arrested falsely. I'm being thrown into jail. Unless I had money to get a lawyer, I'd be sitting in jail in a prison for the rest of my life because they wanted to put 2 Class X felonies on me. The state's attorney wanted me to be put away for the rest of my life, and on and on. But I was able to bail out. They put a $250,000 bail on me, so I had to bail out with $25,000. And then I gathered the information to prove this guy was a liar. And it never even went to court, never even went to trial, which it was supposed to, but it never did because once they realized they threw me in jail falsely, and all the real information started coming out, Okay, then they set me free. But in the meantime, I could have lost my job. I could have went to prison for the rest of my life had I not had bail money. Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to make. How many thousands of people out there like me and this lady with the license plate get thrown in jail falsely, and if you cannot afford a lawyer or you don't have bombshell proof that you're innocent, you, my friend, are going to prison for the rest of your life. And that is just exactly how it works. All you Christians out there should know that Satan runs the world, that the governments are controlled by Satan, that anything that the governments control, like the UN army, like all these armies and all these people that bow down to the government and do as they're told, these are the ones that Satan is going to use to round up people biblically in the last days when it comes to that mark. You guys should know this already. This world is nothing but wicked from the inside out. I got a lady. Her name was Nancy Schaefer. And I'm going to bring her back into it, okay? She was a Georgia state senator. Her and her husband were going after the DCFS, or demons that come from Satan, okay? Because they found out that the DCFS was taking kids away from parents that could not afford lawyers, and they were taking these kids and then giving them to pedophiles, and they were raping these kids. Believe it or not, your own state, your own government is taking kids and giving them to pedophiles for cash. They're making money off this. And this lady, Nancy Schaefer, she was going after them because she found out about it, her and her husband. Well, guess what? Nancy Schaefer and her husband ended up dead. Okay, they supposedly say that her husband shot her and then he shot himself. Oh, how convenient, right? Bullshit. Okay, they were murdered because they were after the government, and there are some big people up here that don't want to be exposed, and so they had these two murdered. Okay, they were killed, plain and simple. But I mean, it shows you guys how evil and how wicked the government is, and then all these, you know, how the system works. It's horrible. I got one more example, man. This guy that lives down the street from me, he's got a kid that's dyslexic. He's a good kid. He's a smart kid, but he's dyslexic, a little bit slow when he speaks. He had a little buddy over, and they were playing in the basement with BB guns. Well, you know, they weren't loaded. This guy does not keep the BB guns loaded. So anyway, this guy, he's seen him down there playing with the BB guns, and he went down there and took them and put them in the safe. You know, you guys aren't playing with those. But he took this kid home later, and this kid tells his mother that he got shot with a BB gun. Okay, so the mother says, "Where'd you get shot?" So the kid pulls up his sleeve. There's no mark on him. There's no nothing. So this guy that is my neighbor, he said, yeah, he didn't get shot, because if he did, there'd be a big mark. So the mother agreed. Everything was settled. Okay, done and over. Yeah, he didn't get shot. 2 weeks later, this little kid tells the mother's sister, and the mother's sister calls the DCFS. So the next thing you know, the DCFS is knocking on this guy's door. And within 2 weeks, instead of just going to the mother and asking the mother, did the kid get shot? Did he go to the hospital? Is there any pictures? Is there a mark on his arm? And the mother herself would have told the DCFS, no, he did not get shot with a BB gun. Okay, she had already admitted that. Case closed. But now the DCFS gets involved, and I want to show you how wicked they are. The next thing this guy knows, he's being accused of sexually molesting his own kid. Okay, so we're going from some kid getting shot with a BB gun to sexually molesting your own son and being threatened by the DCFS. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how wicked and how demented the system is. I mean, dude, it is satanic. That's how evil it is. I cannot even express it enough. It just pisses me off that much. I mean, this, as a Christian, and you Christians out there, you should know what kind of a battle we're in right now. Okay? Satan wants to kill, steal, and destroy your family. If anybody has ever been through a divorce, and you got to go with the lawyers and the judges and the get into the middle of a marriage that God joined, okay, this is what Satan wants. He wants to kill, steal, and destroy. You know, Satan doesn't want the mother and the father to get back together, okay, because once the lawyers get involved, and once the judge gets involved, and once the state gets involved, Satan's job is to destroy your family, and he's going to do that with lawyers, judges, and all these counselors and mediators that get in the middle of your divorce. Okay? That's how it works. That's how it's set up. You Christians, you should have a view, you should have a bead on that and be able to see that. But anyway, one other thing that I wanted to bring up about the cops and the system, okay? Cops are just like tuna. What I compare them to is tuna fishers, okay? These fishermen, they go out to catch tuna, but they get about 1,000 dolphins in the net, and the cops are just that way, okay? It all generates money, so bring them all in, chop them up into meat, put them in a can, and sell it to the public. They won't even know the difference. It's all money, okay? We're not going to waste them dolphins, innocent people. The dolphins are innocent people. The tuna are the guilty people. But when the cops, they don't give a shit, okay? The system doesn't give a shit. They'll arrest anybody innocent. The system is so corrupt. It is just, dude, it's unimaginable. So like I say, there's a lot of you who haven't been dragged into the system or know anything about it, but trust me and believe me, take it from me, take it from that lady with the license plate. And Nancy Schaefer and who else, you know, just how corrupt it really is. Anyway, man, that's about it, guys. I wanted to get into that because my brother sent me that video, which sparked, you know, that I want to remake this video that I had out a while ago about how corrupt the system is and what they do and how they operate. But anyway, there you go. Everybody, peace out. God bless. Take care.